All right, everybody. Hey, how's it going? We're doing Taylor's Dynamite workout today. All you really need is a mat and a gorgeous human body. You may want to stretch a little bit before you start this routine, kind of warm the body up. But we're going to do a head-to-toe workout. You could start your day with this, or you could do this as sort of an off workout. But let's get down and let's do leg lifts with our right leg, down on your left side. And let's go. Here we go. We'll do each exercise for 30 seconds apiece. When we do the leg lift, we really want to feel it in our glute. We really want to feel it in our upper thigh. We want to focus on keeping that toe down and keeping that heel high. Really focusing on a good range of motion. And time. Abductor lift. Put the right leg behind and lift the left leg to the ceiling. Again, you want to focus on using that inner abductor to lift the leg, keeping the toe down and the heel high. If this is a little easy for you, increase that range of motion. If it's a little harder, you can decrease the range of motion. About 8 more seconds. And time. Here's the carriage kick. You want to dorsal flex the foot, and you really want to feel this in the hip. You're really starting to open up that hip and feel that mobility in the hip. This is the type of move that's really going to keep you in the game. About 10 more seconds. And time. Here's the starfish left forearm plank, and we're up for 30 seconds. Try and keep that toe down and the heel up. Fight as best you can. Flex all of the muscles in your body and try and keep that leg up. If you want to intensify, you can keep that toe down and keep that heel up. It makes it a lot harder to do. All right, we're going to hop on our other side and do the same thing. So here, get on your right side. We're going to do leg lifts on our left side. And here we go. Now we're having some fun. Maybe you can start to see why we call it the Dynamite Challenge, as you build some heat in that hip. Keeping that toe down, 10 more seconds. And time. Left foot back, abductor lift on the right leg. Same thing, you want to drive with that heel up and toe down. Increasing the range of motion as much as you can. Keep that leg as straight as you can. And time. Here's the carriage kick on the other side. Straighten that leg. You really want to flex the foot and really start to feel this in the hip. You can make this move easy, but it's better if you make it as opening as you can in that hip. And time. And now we're going to plank on our right side. Again, focus on that range in the hip, getting that leg as high as you can, really flexing all of those muscles in your glute, your thigh, and your abs to try and hold that position as best you can. This is creating strength for the real world. 3, 2, 1. All right, get on your stomach. We're going to do the leg lift on the right-hand side. You have a choice here. You can either put your arms like I am, or you can put them a little more out to the sides. I like to do this because it kind of protects the back a little more. Just a leg lift on the right-hand side, and once you get going, try and not touch that leg back to the ground. Really feeling it in that glute. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do the donkey maneuver, trying to kick that foot way over to your hand. Now ideally you're going to try and keep your shoulder on the ground, but as you can see I'm not very good at this, so my shoulder is lifting up quite a bit. But you're trying to keep that right shoulder on the ground as you move that right foot, trying to reach over to that left hand. And good. We're going to do a shoulder stretch. Get in child's pose. Put your butt on your heels. Clasp your hands behind your back and lean forward. And we're just going to be here for 30 seconds. You just need to hang out and breathe. Just avoid putting any pressure in your neck. If your butt comes up, just kind of fight to get it back down. Breathe deep, and done. This is the ham stretcher. Drive the pelvis, and then straighten the leg. So you're getting that stretch in the hip as you move forward, and then you're getting that stretch in the hamstring as you move back. There's no reason to rush this move. Focus on the stability in your core. Focus on moving back and forth very smoothly. And done. We're going to do groiners on this side. So you get in plank, and then you're going to lift your right leg up to your hands and back. You can do this at whatever pace feels comfortable for you. You're going to get a lot of action in the hip, and this is really going to start to help your hips open up. And 3, 2, 1. Very little break. Let's do kickers on the right hand side. This is a really great stretch to stretch that IT band and to open up that hip. We're starting down there in Ardmore, and we're going all the way to Guinan. And done. We'll finish this side with some lunge push-ups. I'm really tight in the hips, so I can't lower down very far. But you want to lower down as much as you can, putting as much pressure as you can in that hip and in that hamstring on the right side. Three, 2, and 1. Now we got the other side. Back on your stomach. We're going to do the leg lift on the left-hand side. Really focusing your energy in that glute, in your lower back, in your upper thigh, and lifting. As soon as you get that leg off the ground, don't let it touch the ground again. Three, two, one. Now we'll do this donkey maneuver on this side now. Again, trying to keep that left shoulder on the ground if you can, and reaching your left foot over to your right hand. Really trying to stretch for that hand if you can get it. If you're doing this right, you might feel some loosening in your glutes and in your lower back. And done. Back to the shoulder stretch. Again, child's pose. Clasp the hands. And this time, try and touch your palms together to really get that stretch in the shoulders very deep. Again, avoiding pressure in your neck. And just breathe. Three, two, one, and good. Now we're going to do this ham rocker on the other side. We're going to stretch your hip and then come down and stretch your hamstring. If you can lift your toes to intensify the stretch. But you can also do this with your toes pointed if your hamstrings are tight or if your Achilles are tight. You just want to do it in a controlled motion. Three, two, and one. Now we're going to do groiners on the left side. Again, get into plank. You're going to lift that left leg up and back, up even with your hands if you can. Try and maintain the integrity in the hips. Three, two, one, and good. Now straight into this other maneuver. Again, we're going all the way down from Ardmore up to Guyman. Really trying to open up that hip. Really stretching that glute and stretching that IT band sort of on the left-hand side. And done. We're going to do lunge push-ups on the left-hand side before we stand up. Put that left leg up. Again, I'm really tight in my hips, so I don't have a good range of motion here, but go down as far as you can. Just focus on moving the entire 30 seconds. Three, two, one. All right, onto our feet. This is the alley cat stretch. This is a hamstring stretch, and as you reach your left foot out, just straighten the leg, lift the toes toward you, and try to touch the outside of your foot. Some people kind of like to dance around when they do this move. Maybe a little bit of a polka dance even. Maintain the integrity in your back. Don't just collapse into the move. And done. All right, hip openers. We're going to do right then left. And as you do these, if you really try to focus on controlling the movement and lifting your knee as high as you can to get that sort of opening in the hip. And done. All right, now we have the Alley Cat Plus. So this is the same maneuver that we were doing before, but we're also going to add a lunge with it. And we'll do the right side first. So it's just that Alley Cat maneuver, followed by a lunge on the same side. Straight leg, bent leg. It's really important to keep the arms moving with this type of movement to keep yourself in sync. And done. Now we're going to do the same move on the left side. Straight leg, bent leg. Straight leg, and really trying to get that knee as close as you can down to the ground. Really going deep into that quad. And done. All right, double knee pulls. The key to this is to double pull, not just a single pull, but we want to pull that knee in twice to activate and elevate. If you have trouble keeping your balance, you can go a little quicker and you can move side to side. And good. This is called the seesaw lunge. We'll do the right side first. Just going to lunge toward the front and then toward the back on the same side. Here we go. Quick but stable movements, and really trying to bend that back knee a lot on each movement. Five more seconds. And done. Now we'll do the same thing on the left side. Really try and be sort of crisp and intentional with your movements here. Getting the bent knee as close to the ground as you can. and done. Okay, double quad stretch. Same as the double knee stretch, we're double pulling. We want the knee to go behind the other knee, but we don't want to sacrifice the integrity and bend over. We want to stay straight. We want to keep our hips forward as we feel that stretch in the quad and get a double pull. And 3, 2, 1. Glide lunge. Take your feet about as wide as you can get them. We'll start on the left-hand side and stay as low as you can. Keep your back flat with your eyes forward, like a professional skater. Try and stay about 2 feet off the floor. And good. This is called zombie walker. Put your arms out as straight as you can, and then kick your feet, trying to keep your legs as straight as you can, getting a stretch in the hamstring. This is a move that you can make as easy as you want, but push yourself and try and fight for straighter legs. Three, 2, and 1. All right, let's get on the ground. This is the glute rocker. Cross your right leg over. Big range of motion here, but you're really focusing on keeping the small of your back on the ground and keeping your core engaged and not lifting your back up off the ground. Really trying to intensify that feeling all throughout those muscles in your abdomen. And done. Let's do the other side. Cross the left leg over. And go. Again, you don't want to jerk up. You want to use a slow, controlled movement, focusing on keeping the small of your back on the ground. Three, 2, and 1. Double knee pull on your back. You can do this with your head up or your head down. Doing it with your head and shoulders up is a little more intense. And you can also lower your opposite leg to the ground if you need to. Otherwise, you want to try and straighten out that opposite leg as you send it out. And done. Now we'll do the double pigeon on the ground. Again, you can do this as an intensified move with your head and shoulders off of the ground, or you can do it with your head and shoulders on the ground. and time. This is the T-twist. It's very simple. Just keep your shoulders on the ground, and as you cross your leg over, twist to the right and left. If you prefer, you can also do this move isometrically. Really try and maintain that opposite shoulder on the ground to get the stretch in your full body. And done. All right, this is the Pied Piper scissor stretch. We're in the home stretch. Here we go. Try and touch that knee to your nose. Keep your head and shoulders off the ground. And straighten the opposite leg as you send it out. Try and put the nose on your knee. And done. This is bridge walker. You can see the heels are on the ground, the toes are off, and the real key with this is to try and keep your hips up as high as you can. If you put those hips down, I got news for you. Hips up, condo. Hips down, river living. Hips down, you're living in a van. So get those hips up. A quarter of an inch matters. 3, 2, 1. Done. This is a kick it to the curb stretch. You focus on keeping your far leg as straight as you can. Neither leg ever hits the ground. Head and shoulders both off of the ground. Really focusing on getting your legs as straight as you can, trying to focus on that hamstring strength. Hands on the side of the head, not lifting from the back. And done. Okay, we're in the home stretch. Here's the side boomerang. Side boomerang on your right side. Try and balance on your side. Keep everything up, every muscle in your body activated. Trying to lift as high as you can. A little taller. And done. Superman. On your stomach, lift all of your arms and legs as high as you can. You can keep your head on the ground. You don't need any strain in your neck. But really focus on engaging every muscle in your body and lifting as high as you can. A little higher. And done. Boomerang on your left side. This is it. Arms and legs up. Activating every muscle in your core. Everything up. 10 seconds. And done. Hey, congratulations. You just completed Taylor's Dynamite Challenge. This is no simple workout.